Welcome to the Teachers Lounge. This is the Bee Geek Academy podcast, where great educators do amazing things. So today we have a new guest. All right, we have Dr. Ford. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to be here. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir, in person again. And
yes.
Empress, it's been wonderful talking with you.
Yeah. So we're gonna just jump right into it.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
So, how important is digital literacy in the classroom?
Oh man, digital literacy is really the next language for our students to emerge in. When you think about foreign languages, from Spanish to French to German to Portuguese and all those in between, every individual, doesn't matter where you are across the globe, interacts digitally. And so the power of communicating and having a language to be able to exchange thoughts and outputs and inputs is so important. And so it is the new language of the age, from coding to programming to just navigation skills while you're engaging online. So.
Okay, excellent. How do you think teachers or educators in the classroom can implement this more as far as digital literacy in different topics?
I think part of it is just the example of Empress. She is a non-traditional student. She is female and minority. And oftentimes when you think of digital literacy, Black and brown students and students of a certain gender aren't encouraged to pursue and to expand just the curiosity in that digital world as it relates to computation thinking. And so I think as an educator, and Empress, you help me out, but I think as an educator and in the classroom, I think what students like you need, and Empress is a incoming senior this year, go Hornets, but we also go Rams because that's what we are. But I think what's needed for students before you, so you as a young person, your goal is to pour into the next generation. Right? Your goal is to create foundations for where foundations were made for you. And so if you could tell your earlier self when you were in elementary school and as you went to middle school and now you're a rising senior, what could have benefited me more to be ready for a digital world? So think on that, because I'm going to come back to you just to find out what your thoughts are. But I think exposure, when you give opportunities for students to be exposed, you close those awareness gaps, and they have the opportunity to navigate, try, make mistakes, try again, test it out, really work in a teaming atmosphere. That's what is needed with ensuring that digital literacy is effectively delivered in our schools. Early exposure, ongoing exposure, opportunities to explore and mess up and understand that it's okay to mess up. That's the best learning, and not be afraid of it. And I think oftentimes when you talk to students about coding and programming, because it's foreign, talk about foreign language, and I didn't have the exposure early, now I can't relate to being able to do it or do it well. And so I remove myself from it, or I don't have an interest, but it's not that you didn't have an interest, you didn't have early exposure.
Right.
And so
you become cautious.
that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
So with all of those gems you just dropped, digital literacy is typically like focused in only STEM, science, technology, engineering, arts now, which is new, and math. But CTE also has great other areas for students to focus in. Nutrition, physical education, and so many other areas. And I think technology, and I know technology is implemented in those areas. A lot of educators just don't know how to implement it, right? What do you think, with that being said, what do you think technology will be in the next 5 to 10 years in education? or the digital literacy component?
That is a great question. I'm gonna pass it on to you. No, but let's see how we can answer that. In the next 5 to 10 years, where do I see digital literacy in the classroom? I see a progression towards automation. When we talk about various fields in CTE, manufacturing, advanced manufacturing is one of those areas that has completely changed in the last decade.
Right.
And what I once knew manufacturing to be, what my parents knew it to be, is not at all what it is today. You know, you think dirty, grungy, grease under fingernails, manual labor. But when you walk into advanced manufacturing facilities now, it's very clean, green, automated.
AC.
Exactly.
And the AC.
Programming and coding and those type of skill sets are in the manufacturing facilities today. And so what I think needs to happen in the next 5 to 10 years is I think we just need to be mindful of what those careers are of tomorrow. What does employment outlook trends indicate careers are going to go away from? You know, what careers are going to be deleted? And then what are those emerging careers of the future? And what are the skill sets, transferable skill sets? Like you said, there's so many sectors and classrooms, not just the STEAM areas, but in carpentry, in real estate, in healthcare, that are leaning into digital literacy. And so I think being able to be mindful of what those careers are and what those skill sets need to be is where the field of education needs to go.
Okay. Well, that's a great prediction. To see if there was anything that you would like to leave, any emerging leader in education, any new educators that may be coming into the field. What are some words of wisdom or some advice you would like to leave even students?
I think the biggest thing is dream without borders. You know, don't limit yourself because opportunities are limitless. What you see, you can achieve. What you aspire to do and be, you can be. Now there's a contingency to that, which means it's a if-then statement. So if you put in the work, and if you envision, and if you have a goal, and if you see it through, then you can become. So anything that speaks to the opposite of that, unbecome that. Unbecome to become. So that's what I say to you, Empress. As I talk with you about what you want to do in life, and as you have a bright future ahead of you and so many options available to you, you can be anything you desire to be. But without the work behind it, it stays just in one place. So what they say biblically is, you know, faith without works is dead. So you can have the faith and the desire and the goals and the ambition to be the next filmmaker, right? But if you don't put in the effort and if you don't put in the work and if you don't go get that dream, then it stays kind of capped and locked within Empress. And we got to release it because there's a world out there that you can impact. So that's what I would say.
She was dropping gems, wasn't she? She was talking spicy, wasn't she? That was great. You see what she did with the if-then statement? Oh, did you think she slick? I was like, oh, she's dropping bars.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to connect with Bee Geek. You know, as I'm hearing from teachers, how can we spread this across the district? How can we do more of these types of experiences? Empress has grown. She's not the same student that she walked in on day one. This is now, I believe this is now day 10 of camp. And so you've grown a lot. And so I think we need to duplicate that. So I thank you for your vision, your work, your team. I understand that it's a team that makes this thing happen, and let's just continue to partner and do some great things together.
Absolutely. Thank you so